Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back, whichever applies to you at this moment. We are going to get straight into the video and I will walk you through as we're going. So this video is my May bullet journal setup. And the theme I've gone for the month is pink and blue. If you are familiar, then you know that I have been on a pink streak for the last few months, and I'm still keeping that, so changing the other color, of course, from last month's orange to this month's blue. I'm going with blue as it is finally the time of year where I can see the sky. There is the blue sky is visible for the first time this year on a regular basis. And so for this entitled page, I am simply writing out the word May, of course, and making these layered letters. This page will actually be a Dutch door. I've recently loved the look of those, so I'm making as many as I can this month. And of course, always adding a quote to get myself through the month. So this month's quote is "Enjoy life. There's plenty of time to be dead," which is a little grim, but it's true. The Dutch door itself, I am bordering with this blue and pink marbling effect washi tape because I have a habit of breaking Dutch doors by accidentally ripping them, so maybe and hopefully these borders will help with that a little bit. For the back side of the first Dutch door, I'm simply folding the washi tapes over, and then on the other side I am putting this flower border just at the fold of the page, just to fill it up a little. I don't really have anything else to put there, but I don't want to leave it empty either. Then we are jumping straight into my trackers for the month. And these I tend to keep fairly simple and minimalistic. This month we have 6 of them, of course. The regulars of health, which are water, sleep, and how many times I go outside a month. And hopefully this one will be much more colored in than the previous month that I've had the tracker for. Then of course we also have creative, anything creative that I've been doing just to see my own motivation over the course of the month. Then a study tracker, because I do have things that I need to study for currently. It is spring after all, so I do have things to study for. Then these empty spaces, the other one I'm filling with this sticker from a PET tape. And the other side, I'm filling a little with this flowery washi tape. I'm trying to keep the look minimal, but I do want it to look a little cluttered. It is very much the aesthetic that I thrive in. A bit cluttered, a little messy, but it makes sense. And then a book sticker, of course, because some days I notice that I simply forget to study. I forget that is a thing I can do. So at the end of the day, hopefully I will fill these trackers and then remember. And then of course we just cut the Dutch door. On the other side of the Dutch door, I am making my monthly overview. So very simple boxes where I can put important information for the month. Of course, these are in pinks and blues. So for this month, those are the important dates that I can write down, goals, of course, as well as a health box to write anything like headaches or the sort in, as well as spendings. For that, I only personally include very large monthly spendings. I don't include the minor things that you don't even notice that you're doing. Then moving on to the monthly log. I tend to make my monthly log quite simple as I frankly don't use it that much, so it doesn't need much space for me. And to decorate the page, I'm putting this sticker just to add some color, as well as more of the flower border tape. And then moving on to my highlights and notes pages, which, if you are new here, I always add in together, as I prefer having plenty writing room in both pages, so it is easiest to have them together. For this page, I always decorate the center line between the two, just to leave as much space for writing as possible. For the notes page in my monthly bullet journal spread, I prefer to keep it in the topic of journaling and content making. Highlights page is used when you want to remember the small things of your day. Simply the highlight of your day. There you can write the small things that happened, like seeing a friend, or you finished a book or a show, or maybe you just did something. So this, of course, I'm putting these shiny flowers all over just to fill up the space. Then we are finally moving on to the actual first week. And for this week, I decided to go with a very simple, open look. So instead of having full boxes to write in for the entire day, instead I only have the titles of the days in boxes, colored in, of course, and color-coded, of course. And I'm simply leaving open space to write on underneath, as well as having a tasks box for the week as well. And as you can see, this week only has 5 days. That is because I tend to work my bullet journals through months instead of weeks, so I will oftentimes have unfinished weeks, or not full weeks. In this empty space, I am making a calendar look. I saw it somewhere and I wanted one. So simply calendar, days of the week, as well as the numbers of the month. And of course, writing the week of the month as well, as where I'm from, that is very useful information. And to decorate this page, I am bordering it with blue watercolor. Not sure why, I thought it just looked very empty, so I'm filling it up, and once it has dried, we can move on to the other things. I'm making these notepad looking sections in a few of the spots just to fill up the space, as well as using a bunch of different washies and stickers just to fill up the area more. I would love to know what plans you have for May, as well as your plans for your own bullet journals, or whatever type of journal you might be making or using. And I do hope you liked this video, and maybe even gotten some ideas. Please do tell me in the comments any ideas that you've had for your own journal. flip through of the month. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'd love having you back here, so maybe think about subscribing, and we will see again later. Thank you, friend, for joining, and enjoy the rest of spring and beginning of summer.